start our, very, very interesting topic today. Um, that what should you look into a mentor, how should you pick your mentor? Very, very interesting topic, little bit controversial as well. But it's something I think we should all pay attention to, because initially when I started learning and from mentors, I didn't really have a clue what I was really looking in a mentor. And I would just, as long as if I had 10 things, 10 things in my list that I wanted in my mentor, even if I could see one or two of those things, I was happy. And then later on I realized that maybe I rushed into things. So I just thought I'm going to make a video today because it will be very, very useful, because I know you guys in this group are looking to make a start in your rent-to-rent journey. And also some of you may already have your mentors, and some of you are still thinking about it. You still you're at the point where you are just working out whether this rent-to-rent is your strategy or not. And then at some point you want to pick your mentor. So I thought I'm going to give you some handy tips because they will be very, very useful. So guys, I can see a few people are logging in. If you could say hello to me, so I know you guys are there and you can hear me. It will be nice for me as well. So say hello. Don't be shy, and I will be very keen to know what type of qualities would you like in your mentor. It's an interesting topic. We don't very often talk about it. Do you think we need a mentor? What's your take on it? I am a big believer of it. I feel that I need someone. If I'm learning something, I'd rather have someone beside me who I could handhold, or who could teach me and show me how to do things properly. So that's just me, but I would really like to know what you guys think. So yeah, guys, say hello so I know that I am live. I'm not too sure at the moment if I'm live or not. Let me just check. Yes, I can see. I am going live. I'm going live. Yes, yes, I can see. I'm going to wait for another 60 seconds. Hi, James. How are you? Thank you for logging in. Nice to see you here. How was your day? How was your day today? Guys, if you are logging in, say hello. So I know I have company here. It's nice to have company. Otherwise, it's like I'm talking to myself. I mean, I know people have logged in, I can see, but if you guys give me, make it interactive, let's make it fun, because it's not just about me, it's about you guys as well. So I like to have that interaction with you guys. So yeah, if you have logged in, then just say hello. Otherwise, I'm gonna go home. Hi, Melanie. Hi. Let me just see. Hi, Michelle. I can see people are logging in. Yes, that's brilliant. It just makes it more interesting for me as well. Guys, if you talk to me, tell me when you picked, if you already got a mentor, what did you look for, in your mentor? What were the qualities that meant a lot to you, or what are the qualities that you're going to look for? Hi, Richard. Hi. Yes. Good evening. Yes, I'm very well, Richard. How are you? Lovely to see you here. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, guys. I can see a few people have logged in. Please say hello so I can then make a start. Let's make it interactive. Tell me what qualities would you like in your mentor, and then I'm going to go through what things you should really be looking for in a mentor, because I feel now people say, oh, it's a digital era, and everything is done online. But if you think about it, I feel that we are more closer to each other than we were ever been. Because when we used to go, I mean, if I'm even talking about myself, 4 years ago, when I was looking for a mentor for myself, when I wanted to make a start in my property journey, you see people, you see these mentors on stage, who are meters away from you, so you don't really get to see the true side. Or I mean, I'm not saying people are bad or anything, but you don't really get to see them as closely. You don't get to understand their personality as much. Whereas I feel now, because we are sitting right in front of the screen, I feel that you can feel people's vibrations when somebody's talking, where that person is coming from. And I feel that people can judge people much better. And I feel that mentees have more power now. I feel that, because when I talk to someone, I can straight away, I can feel their energy. So I wonder how you guys feel. Do you feel that as well? I definitely feel that. Definitely. So use this power, because now so many people, whenever you're looking for a mentor, doesn't matter what field you're looking in, it could be anything to do. I mean, even within properties, there are so many different strategies. It doesn't even have to be rent to rent. So whatever strategy you are thinking of making a start in, so make sure that you do listen to that person. So the number one quality that we need in that person is that you need to connect. Your value system, their value system has to be same. That is really, really important. Hi Maria. Hi Ashley. Guys, say hello, don't be shy. It's nice to say, say hello to you guys. I know that you have you've dedicated your evening to me and you're listening. So yeah, definitely do say hello to me and interact. So yeah, number one, what you really need to do is, the good thing is now, because everybody is on Zoom, everybody is on social media, when you start listening to someone, you can actually almost feel their vibes. And do believe in that, because doesn't matter what somebody is trying to portray, ultimately everybody, we all can feel each other's vibes. We can feel each other's value system. So number one thing should be, I feel that you need to feel connected with that person. You need to have same value system, because if you don't, if that person is coming from somewhere else and you are in a different place, your value system does not match with that person, doesn't matter how hard you're going to try, you'll not be able to resonate with your mentor. So more than anything, it's very, very important that you connect with your mentor. That's very, very important. So that's one quality. You need to go with your gut instinct. Yeah. Another thing, second thing that you need to look, I mean, I personally feel, and I would like you guys to tell me what your take on it as well. Whenever you are picking your mentor, because initially there used to be the case where somebody is doing a massive Facebook ad campaign. We used to think these are celebrities, they are very successful, and then if we learn from them, yes, we're going to get success. But it doesn't mean a good person who has made a massive success in their own field will be a good teacher as well, because not everybody has the quality to teach other person. So a good mentor really needs to know how to not just implement those things, whatever he's learned in his own business. He needs, or she needs to be able to teach that to other people, and she needs to teach it in very, very easy way. So make sure that things make sense. Do not overcomplicate. So if a person, he tries or she tries to make things sound really overly complicated because they want to show that it's only them who know about it, then I don't think that would be a good quality of a mentor. So that's another thing. They need to break everything down. They should have the quality that, and they should have the patience to work with their mentees, and they should have time, and they need to be able to handhold, and they need to understand where that mentee is, in their own journey, and then pick them up from that point and then take them to their destination. It's really, really important. So when you guys are looking for a good mentor, make sure that you do that, because you will you will realize, I mean, I don't know how much it means to you, but then you will realize how much it is important to you, because you're not just a number, you are there for a reason. You want to pick a mentor for a reason, so just make sure that that person understands. So that's really, really important quality to me. When I'm looking for a mentor for myself, that's something that I really need in my mentor. So make sure that, I would suggest that you get that in your mentor as well. A good mentor should not just be a person who's just giving you loads and loads of information, but you really need someone who actually has walked the walk, and they are able to um, hold your hand and take you through the whole process. So it has to be a person who actually can help you to implement those things, that he or she has implemented in her business. So definitely those are the qualities. Oh, I'm getting loads of love hearts. Thank you. Yeah, so that's very, very important, because you don't really want an influencer. You don't really want someone who's just sharing their knowledge with you, because there are a lot of influencers you find, and they claim themselves to be very, very famous, and they're making a lot of money, and they're successful, and this and that, and they try to be flashy. But what you really need is a person who understands your pain, who understands where you are, what your strengths are, and what your weaknesses are, or where you need to progress, and they understand you, and without being judgmental. So that is a very, very important quality that you need to look for in a mentor. Very, very important. For me, it really meant a lot. Initially, when I was checking and I was looking, I couldn't find anybody. I have found a very good mentor now who helped me with the mindset, and someone who helped me to come out of my own introvert personality or my own shyness, and come in front of the camera and just be open and be myself. So I am ever so grateful, because my mentor said he's completely changed my personality. So you really need someone who can completely transform you. You need someone who can actually help you to achieve your goal, and your goal should mean as much to them as it means to you. So it's really, really important, because what I tend to find normally, whenever you're looking for mentors, okay, you will join their courses, but it's all about them, and then what happens, you just become a number, for them. So it should not be the case. You should be equally important for them. So it's okay that you join, but you really need that type of quality in your mentor. So make sure that when you're looking, you're finding or looking for, and I hope you find that type of quality in a good mentor. Another good thing that a mentor should have is that he or she should be a good listener. Really, really important. When I'm saying good listener, I don't mean that just listening what mentee is saying, but also understanding what struggles that person is going through. It could be that they can't help, and this is where they feel stuck. So if that person is able to help you come out of that situation, and give you that confidence, and tell you that yes, you can do it, and I am right behind you, then definitely that is the right mentor for you. So that is one quality you need in your mentor. So a good mentor should always be a good listener, always have the ability to read in between lines, and always understand that where that person or this mentee of mine is feeling stuck, and how can I really improve my course, or whatever I'm teaching, or the steps I'm giving to this person. Maybe it's difficult, so I need to break it down a bit more. So I feel that it's not that easy being a good mentor. It needs a lot of hard work into it, but you really need to look for it. And if you remember, last week I was talking about that about your mindset. So when you are looking for your mentor, maybe have that image in your mind. Make a list of what qualities you would really like in your mentor. You want your mentor to be a good listener. You want your mentor who understands and reads in between your lines, a mentor who appreciates all the strengths that you have, and also a mentor who appreciates where you are struggling, and he picks you up from that point, and he or she takes you to your final destination, wherever you are looking to go, or what your final goal is. It's really, really important. A good mentor should also be a lifelong learner. Really, really important, because the moment any mentor, that includes me as well, if I'm teaching someone, the moment I stop learning myself, that means I can't really teach anybody, because things are forever changing. And the more I work on myself, that means I can give more to my own inner circle. So it's all about me constantly learning and improving myself. So whoever is your mentor, that person should be a lifelong learner, because if they have the ability to learn, then they will have the ability to teach even more, because it's like an ever changing world. So it's really, really important that they are working on themselves as well. Now, another thing, that they don't just have to give information, they need to be a practitioner as well. A good mentor, not only they are not there to just give lecture to their mentees, but they actually should be uh, practicing those things. So you don't want a person who's a hypocrite, who's not really applying those things in his or her own business, but giving all that knowledge to other people. You don't really want that type of situation. You really want someone who's actually applying and able to share that knowledge, then, because then it becomes like a proven formula for you. So that is the whole purpose of having a mentor with you, because mentor should be a person who has been through all the goods and bads and done all the costly mistakes, and they will be able to save you from doing those mistakes. So whenever you're looking for a good mentor, or a mentor for your own journey, or for your own mission, wherever you are looking to go, if rent to rent is your mission, then definitely I would say that make sure that they have actually walked the walk, and the things they are teaching should be something that they have themselves applied and that has actually worked. So they need to be able to give you a proven formula, things that have actually worked in their own business. Really, really important, because then it becomes very effective for you. And this is the whole purpose, because you just want to make your own journey much faster. You want to get to your goal much quicker than anybody else, because you want to take advantage in a good way of your mentor's experience. So definitely what I would say, that you actually need to have someone who's a practitioner as well, not just giving lecture and not just trying to influence you. Thank you, Shirley-Ann. I'm getting loads of love hearts. Thank you, guys. Give your comments as well. What are your what do you think? What's important to you in a good mentor? Really, really important. Again, a very, very important quality in a mentor should be that a mentor should be a non-judgmental person. A mentor should not be a person who's constantly either full of themselves, so the mentee feels inferior, or they should not, it's not all about them. They should really be keeping their mentees at the forefront. It's really, really important. It's not easy to find those type of people, but once you find that type of mentor, make sure that you learn, you go surrender yourself, because it's really important, because you really want, then you can open up. It's easier for you, because if you are just thank you, Shirley-Ann, thank you. So because if you are just anybody, we all have ego. So if we get the impression that oh, I better not tell my weaknesses to my mentor, he or she will judge me, then that means that's not really the right person for you. So what you really need, you need a person who's a non-judgmental, who understands, who accepts you with all your strengths and understand all your challenges as well, with utmost respect, and helps you to come out of those challenges, handholds you and takes you to your final destination. Really, really important. So when you are looking for your mentor, you need to have, that's why it's important that you go with your vibes, you go with your gut instinct. Really, really important. Again, a good mentor should be a solution provider as well, and solution not just for one solution fits all, because you will come across situations where everybody will have different situation in their group, in that mentors group, and then they should be able to provide a solution that works in that mentee's situation, so definitely it's really really important, really really important. Oh, hi Shirley-Ann, I had two previous took me through every thank you, I'm ever so grateful, thank you, you gave me opportunity to help you, so no, definitely Shirley-Ann, thank you for that. No, I feel honored actually, when people put their trust in me, it's I feel privileged actually, I really do, so thank you for that. Yeah, so it's really really important that your mentor is able to provide you with a solution. Again, your mentor may not have answer for every single question or situation, because doesn't matter how long they've done their business, there's always going to be a situation which they themselves have not faced. It's not that important, because they are not perfect people, but yeah, they are 4 or 10 steps ahead of you. That's all you need from that person, because then you know that you can always go back to them and you can ask them for even if they don't have the answer, they will be able to guide you in the right direction. They can at least signpost you in the right direction. So you need that type of mentor. Really really important. Guys, give me your take. How has your experience been with your mentor? What would you like from your mentor? It's really interesting for me as well, really really interesting. Melanie, you're saying I had a mentor who used to criticize. No, that is not right. That just knocks your confidence. It's just not fair. That's all I can say. A mentor should never ever criticize or put anybody down, because that knocks your confidence straight away. That should not be the case at all. If you find a good mentor, they should get the best out of you. Really really important. Again, they need to a good mentor should develop a very good system, a proven system based on their own experience, that they can give to their own mentees, which is ready to implement. So just to make it easy for them. So a good mentor should always have proven system without any, with no fluff approach. So in that way, it just makes it easy for their mentees. So it's really really important. Again, you need to it's very very important. Then again, a mentor should always understand, they need to have a very good understanding, and they should be accountability partners for their mentees as well. So that's another very very important quality, you need in a mentor. And forever, a mentor should always be learning. So it's not about, them flashing how much money they made or having lovely car or beautiful massive house. It's not about that, it's just not about that. It's about how they can help their mentees. Really really important. And they should be able to put their mentees' success at the forefront. It's like, for example, when I look at my own journey, when I started last year, I started with this mentorship. I mean, it's just a very very, it was such a strange experience, because when I started teaching and helping my mentees, or people who put trust in me, the very first mentee, Marie, she got her first rent-to-rent deal, within 10 days of joining me. And I was helping her, because, it was a test for me as well. I wanted to know whether I had it in me to be able to help, because it's all right for me to do this business. But like I just said, not everybody has the quality or patience to explain or, help other people. So I really didn't know I had that in me or not. And when the day she got her deal, her first rent-to-rent deal, I felt so proud. I can't tell you, because from that day onward, I started calling myself, proud mama, because that's how I felt, Then a couple of days later, Myro got his deal as well. And then it just made me feel so proud. And I was, telling people, my good friends and my close circle that, oh my God, I didn't really realize that mentoring is such a lovely thing, because I thoroughly enjoyed it, so you really need to enjoy that. Mentor need to really need to be able to enjoy what they are doing. If they feel that it's getting on their nerve, or they feel that they don't have it in them, then obviously it's not the right thing for them. So you need to feel that it's no big deal for them to help you. You need to get those type of vibrations from your mentor. Otherwise what happens, I remember from my own experience, one of my mentor I had, I almost felt guilty. I felt that I was interfering too much, or I was disturbing too much. I was asking her too many questions. But then later on, I never thought that it should not be the case. But now when I think about it, obviously that wasn't the right way to deal with a mentee or treat a mentee. Like Melanie is just saying that I used to have a mentor who used to criticize. So you don't really need all that, because we already there, we have surrendered ourselves to our mentor. That's because we are happy to take their knowledge, and we are happy to admit that okay, we don't have this skill, help us, take us to our destination. So we are happy to surrender. So then if you feel that it's a hassle for that person to help, or then it can put you off basically. So tell me guys, what has been your experience? I don't think many people are answering this question. Shirley, and you're saying because they could see your potential. Competition, a mentor that does that is not a mentor. They are there to teach, not criticize. Very true, Shirley Ann. Very true, I totally agree with you. Yeah, true. Honesty and tells you everything you need to know, not skip the negatives. That's another thing. Yes, you're right, Shirley Ann. Your mentor has to be very, very honest with you. They need to tell both sides, of that business strategy, whatever you're learning. You need to know the goods and the bads, so you can make right decision, So this is really, really important. So these are some of the qualities you need to have in your mentor. I used to think, I just need to adjust, but now I feel that no, you should not adjust. You should really rightfully ask for whatever qualities are important to you in your mentor. Maybe put it in your affirmation. If you are still looking for that type of mentor, make a list and make it as part of your affirmation. Have an image. What type of mentor would you really like? And then you will be surprised how that will manifest in front of, that will happen. Things will start manifesting. So definitely believe in whatever you want to have in life. You feel that you need a certain type of mentor, definitely create an image of that person. Whatever qualities are more important to you, really, really important, because do not ignore. And more than anything, I think what you need to do when you're talking, do go with your gut instinct. I am now that type of person. I make my decisions on the spot. When I choose people to work with me, or when I choose my mentor, I am very quick in deciding, and I've got mentors for different things. And that's absolutely fine as well. That was the next topic I was going to talk about, that should you have more than one mentor, or should you just stick to one mentor? Now the answer of that question is, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Should you have one mentor only, or should you be having more than one mentor? Let me know, because in my opinion, your mentor, you can have mentor if they are for different aspects of your life. You can definitely have more than one mentor. So one could be about your mindset. You could have a mentor that who helps you with your mindset. You could have a mentor who's helping you with your rent-to-rent strategy, or you could have a mentor who's helping you in your personal life, relationship, those type of things. So you can have more than one mentor. But when it comes down to a business strategy or any particular aspect in your business, then it's always better to stick to one mentor, because otherwise you'll not be able to do justice. And I find that quite a lot. People, they join one mentorship and then they start joining different groups as well. Now I don't think anybody is wrong, because everybody has their own way of teaching. And once you've chosen your mentor for a particular strategy, it's really, really important, and it's in your favor as well, that you surrender yourself 100% to that mentor. In that way, you're going to make faster progress. And also, otherwise you'll end up getting confused, because one person is teaching this and other person is teaching something else, and then third person is teaching something else. So four different mentors or 5 different mentors, if you start listening to everybody, you'll start getting confused and you'll just make no progress at all. Because then what you will do, you'll start comparing them with each other, and it's not a good thing. Go with your gut instinct. Once you've chosen your mentor, surrender yourself, apply everything that they are telling you to apply. Give it a go, allow enough time for that. Don't just give up and start looking at other things. Sometimes people have this habit that they join one mentorship, and if other mentor is offering something, they will join and they will ask for things as well. And I don't think that's the right approach, because if once you've surrendered yourself, it's in your own favor that allow that mentor to pour you with that knowledge, whatever knowledge or information or support that person is going to give you. So put your 100% into it, and that's when you're going to make full progress in whatever you are looking to do. Really, really important. But when it comes to learning different things, obviously you can do that. That's definitely not a bad thing, but it's important, because a good mentor can transform your life, can change your life for good. It's really, really important. Now, another thing, what should be qualities of a good mentee? What should be the relationship of a mentee and a mentor? Really, really important. Now, a mentor should always put their mentee at the forefront. It's not about the mentor, it's about how well their mentees are doing. It's all about them. It's all about them. They should always be at the back. It should never ever be about the mentor. It should always be to a mentor. It should all about their own mentees, how well they are performing. Whereas for mentees, it's all about surrendering their mentor to their mentor, because in that way they're going to have excellent relationship. And also, what mentee also needs to do is to implement whatever your mentor is teaching you. It's not just about watching videos and just keep reading and listening and to all the instructions or whatever. You need to actually apply those things as well. Really, really important. Really important, because if you don't implement, how are you going to get results? So once you have surrendered yourself, it's very, very important that you actually start implementing those things. And another thing, I find that a lot, one last thing, and I just can't resist myself not talking about it. When you are surrendering yourself to your mentor, always be humble, always be open to receive. Because sometimes what happens, you have a chat with someone and they will say, they say, oh, I already know this and I already know this and I already know this. I just need someone to give me a little bit of advice on that. And then I think, oh, if you already know, why do you need a mentor? So one thing, if you want to become a good mentee, if you want to make a good progress, no matter whoever is going to be your mentor, very important thing is that you stay humble and you are able to receive. If your pot is all empty, then it's easier for your mentor to fill it with knowledge, and that knowledge then can be applied in your business and you can make much faster progress. So you really need to have that humble approach. If somebody is offering you something, you need to have your pot empty, so you can then receive all that knowledge, you can absorb all that knowledge and you can implement, and you will make faster progress. But if you already thinking that I'm already up there and I am as good as my mentor, then obviously it's not going to help. So one thing is very important, that we all need to be very humble and very grounded. And I feel that is not just the case with the mentee, it should be the case with the mentor as well. Not to be judgmental, and at the same time not to be full of themselves. And this is the reason, I have got my mentor said is just brilliant. And I think because I connected with him on a spiritual level, because the values that he has, spiritual values that he has, I feel that I can resonate with him, because when I first started listening to my mentor, what really attracted me about him was he was talking about, how much it means to him, because he had a very humble beginning, and now he's got 14,000 paid mentees, and he helps people create, work on their mindset, and he helps people create their digital courses and all that. So I was looking for someone who can help me to create my course. But it wasn't just about that. It's just what impressed me about him was his value system, his understanding about the life, and how, where he was coming, and how he was so grounded. And that's really, really touched me. And that day I decided to surrender myself completely to him. And last year, out of 14,000 people, then he picked me for his Hall of Fame interview. And now recently, I've just last week, I had a good news from him that, I have achieved a certain target, which he sets for his mentees. So out of his 14,000 paid mentees, I am in the top 30 mentees, which is such a humbling experience and such a humbling thing for me, so so it really means a lot to me, so you need to have that type of connection with your mentor. I feel that once you have that connection, then you can make faster progress. So definitely, guys, thank you so much for your company today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have anything to say, tell me, what are your takes, and have you, what is more important to you? I'm happy to wait for another 60 seconds, love to know what your take is on this topic, yeah, I can see everybody is so intently listening, yeah, Shirley-Ann is giving me her views, which is so lovely. Thank you, Shirley-Ann. Thank you, Ketan, for watching. Thank you, Melanie, for your company. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Oluronke. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Ashley, Richard, Michelle. I feel privileged that, people actually have taken time to listen to me. So yes, I hope you enjoyed today's topic. So, draw an image of a mentor that you would like to have, beside you. Ideally, who should be your mentor, and believe in that, believe in the power of manifestation, make it your affirmation. If you haven't picked your mentor yet, do pick your mentor, in that way, make a mental image of that mentor. And I hope you all find your best match, because they will help you to achieve your goals, because I know we are all on a mission, we all have different missions in life, and I hope you guys all the very best, and be a good mentee to your mentor as well. So I wish you all the best for that as well. But do listen to your gut instinct, because your sixth sense can read people and sense people much faster and much better than what we see or feel or listen, so definitely do believe in that. Have a lovely evening. And I will see you next week on Wednesday, 7:30. Take care, everybody. Bye.